Hello and welcome to the shop. I had the opportunity to take a field trip to West Penn Hardwoods in Conover, North Carolina. West Penn Hardwoods specializes in every species of exotic wood you can imagine, and I was able to pick up a few pieces, including this Red Coolibah Burl cap from Australia. So today we're going to see if we can come up with an artistic piece featuring this, some African. Stick around, let's see what happens. So the first thing we need to do here is find a nominal middle. This is not exactly a perfectly round piece, but it is roughly 10 inches across. Actually, it's almost exactly 10 inches across in this direction, which means that our center is right about there. Let's double check that. And really the burl section is more 9 inches across. There's a little bit of a branch sticking out there, so we're going to go with 4.5 from end to end as being the center. It'll hang over a little bit on one side, but this is definitely not exact with this piece of wood. And then we'll come across this way, and we're looking at right at 7 inches, so 3.5. Be very much close enough. And we're going to grab the 1 1/8 Forstner bit and see if we can create a flat spot, a flat area here where we can start this between centers. This will be the inside of the bowl. We're going to have a live edge featuring these burl points. So we want this side facing the headstock. With a chisel, try to work ourselves a little bit of a working area to get the drill bit to take a bite. We're going to bring in a design element here. This is a golden mean calculator or caliper, and it gives us the ratio of 1 to 1.6, which is the golden ratio. And is considered in the classical art world to be the perfect proportion. And we are going to put a ripple in this bowl. So the depth of the ripple will be here, and then it will come back out so that it looks like the underside of the ripple when a drop of water hits a glass. That's the intended effect that I'm going for with this piece, is that it looks like water dropping, or maybe red wine, because I'm not going to dye this. It's not going to be blue. I'm using the natural colors. So I need to maintain a tenon here so that I can hold the bowl for now, but when I reverse it, I will be turning away a lot of this, making this a deep part, a peak, and then it'll go back down in or up in from the underside, and the finial will be our drop. Okay, and while we're here with the skew, we're going to go ahead and put our tip on the tenon. We'll actually switch to the 1/2 inch skew. Make sure we have a nice flat shoulder. As I'm getting ready to reverse this, I am thinking about the shape of this bowl and the fact that this is going to emulate a drop of water hitting a calm surface, and that this is the ripple. And I think that this needs to be deeper. So we're going to work this through some more. I think that we can get a little bit more depth without encroaching too much on the splash here. And that's going to make it, and then this is going to be a high spot, and then it's going to go back in. That will be when we reverse it the second time. And I'm trying to figure out the mechanics of that. I think what I need to do is put it in a chuck, put a recess on the front face so that I can reverse it again, finish the shape of the bottom of the piece, put a smaller recess in the bottom so that I can use my pin jaws to hold it while we hollow the top of the piece. I think that's the best way to get the shape that we're looking for. So we are going to put it in the chuck, but it's going to get reversed at least one more time so that we can get this shape correctly. But we need to put it in a chuck just to get it so that it's manageable from the other side, so that we can finish the shape of the bottom of the bowl while it's being held and be able to hold it while we shape the top. better. Much better. Deeper. Going to be more like the impression of a splash. Alright, so this is going to be about 1 1/16 recess to hold our pin jaws on the chuck, to hold it for hollowing, but also that is going to be roughly the diameter of the top of our foot to hold the piece, so we have plenty of room on our African Blackwood clarinet bell blank to make the foot to hold the piece once we get this all to where we want it. So this I made deeper and steeper, as you can see here. Made this deeper, and we're going to come in here and both turn a hole, and this is going to be the next part of the first ripple, the inside ripple. So that's going to peak here, come down in at a slope, and then we'll do the just kind of straight sided hole recess to hold the piece on the chuck. And then we'll come back in with our 1/2 inch skew. Just make sure that that little dovetail, that corner in there, is nice and sharp. And make sure that we have a good firm grip on the piece, because we're going to be holding it with such a narrow recess for hollowing. Go ahead and clean this surface and give you a first look at what it's going to look like. Finished and buffed. Look at that beautiful grain. Absolutely incredible. I think this is the first time I've worked with Red Coolibah Burl. I've worked with red and brown Malay, or Malay, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But this is quite a beautiful, beautiful wood. Look at that tight, close grain. There are some very, very tiny voids in the burl, but they are minuscule, absolutely minuscule. So we will put a little 3408 par fix on there and continue on. So you apply, then you wipe away the excess. And in a few moments, that will be cured. Single coat application and a very nice finish. So the middle third of our little project is done. It's the biggest part, I guess, and that is our little dish. And you'll see we have our splashes here with a recess where the foot will be, and then the ripples of the splash mirroring it on the top. So now we turn a pedestal and a finial. And here we have our drop of water into our pond. So all we need now is a pedestal. Okay, the final component of our little piece is, this is the raw form. This is African Blackwood. This is a clarinet bell blank, but we are going to use it to create a pedestal. So we're going to use our Fibonacci sequence or golden mean caliper again. We're going to set that width at the height of our finial, and we're going to make the height of our foot the 1, so the finial is the 1.68. Here it is, all finished up. I tried to video this part in the shop, but I apparently forgot to hit record. So here's the final piece. The finial is African Ebony. The body of the piece is Red Coolibah Burl from Australia, and the pedestal is African Blackwood. There it is in all its glory. Remember, just one more pass means put the bowl gouge down.